understand this. Very often, when we talk about being something, being someone, we often mistake it by achievement. We want to achieve something. Now, achievement is always in the external world, being is entirely in the inner world. Once you are into a system of knowledge, the first step to wisdom is you need to use the correct words. You will see that those who are into management, they have certain expressions. We do borrow from management, and management people also borrow from us. But when you are into a system of thought, you need to be very clear about the words that you are using. The words need to be right. Otherwise, our philosophy of life gets confused. And once our philosophy of life gets confused, we end up being nowhere. Now, most often, when you find the youngsters of present times talking, they talk about being there in life, being this, being that. They forget this fundamental thing that every time they talk about being there and being here, they mean to say that they want to achieve something in the external world. Nothing wrong with it, because unless you have achieved a lot in the world, it's very difficult to give up the world. Once, long ago, I was pretty young. I was reading Rajneesh. I was never a great fan of his, not at all a fan of his. And there he had mentioned that he was quoting some monk. First, have the strength to acquire a kingdom and then give it up like Buddha. And then he said, why acquire a kingdom when you have to give it up? Even when young, I realized the folly of the argument. The problem is, mind does not become satisfied unless you have acquired, unless you have tasted. And Hindu religion repeatedly talks about this. And that's why we talk about dharma, earth, and calm. You have to have achievement in life. Unless you have achievement in life, you can never give up the world. And believe me, dear listeners, I'm here in monastic life. I have known monks. I've been in the Himalayas. I've been at other places. I've been to Jain, to Omkareshwar. I've seen people. I mean monks. And I've known them intimately. Somewhere they get stuck up. Somewhere they fail to generate that power, the turbo. The correct word is turbo, that will propel them up. Why? Because they never try to build up that energy in the mind. And that energy in the mind is built only when you have worked in the world, you have acquired, and you have the clear feeling that you can achieve anything in this world. And once you have reached that level, then you say that I don't want all this. The renunciation of a beggar, Swamiji repeatedly talks about. Every beggar wants to make a gift of $1 million. That's not how gifts are made. One of our very renowned monks, he's an American, he's from America. So he was very close to one of our monks, senior monks. He's passed away. And so once he told that, Swamiji, I want to be a monk. And the senior monk laughed and told him, what do you have to renounce? You have not achieved anything. You don't have any strength. You have to have strength. You must feel, see, you want to give up everything for, say, Shiva. You want to give up everything for Krishna. But you want to give up what? What do you have? In Ramakrishna Mission, it's not really about giving up. Here, at least you come to serve. But there also they will say that what talent you have, what qualities you have through which you want to serve the society. My teacher, I have many monk teachers. I heard him once, he was talking to a young man. And young man told that, if I have to become a monk, why study? And then Ram Maharaj, Swami Mokshadanji Maharaj, he smiled and he told, What will God do with a bunch of fools, bunch of illiterates? God also needs capable people. Please understand this. And this is where